digest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash, numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd, every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Hang on. Why is that not? Where have I gone? Where have I gone? Good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching this podcast, and welcome to Thfc Till We Die, home Tottenham Pat's present and exciting future under De Zerbi as he looks to lead us to safety. The Great Escape is on. Yes, it is. We've had great escapes over the years. Tottenham are about to pull off the run Great Escape, but this is not about Tottenham. It is about Tottenham, but this is not about the relegation. This is about Tottenham news, a bit on Solanke, a little bit also on our loan needs as well. Doing very well by it, may I add, in the clubs they are at. And just a little bit with the Chelsea game actually being rearranged as well. So we do have a confirmed date for that. But how are we all this afternoon? I hope we're all doing well. Just a little bit of housekeeping first. As you can see going across the screen below you, yes, we are proud to announce that again, we are sponsored by O'Connell Designs, this channel. So if you can do us a favor, hit that email if you do want your work. It's all going across the work, it's all going across the bottom, and also the QR, the code that's there to get you 10% off your first order. But there's the email address as well. And also, can you also help us out? We have a TikTok channel, which last night just ticked over to 1,000 followers. I'm absolutely over the moon with that. We've got over 2,000 followers on X now, and now we've got over 1,000 followers on TikTok. So over 3,000 followers on our social media outlets that we do put out shows and put out shorts up in there. So guys, if you can do me a favor, hit a follow on both as well. It really would mean the world to me. And also hit a subscribe on this channel, as we are so near. I can taste 3K. I can really taste it. So let's get the 3K before the start of the new season. That is my aim, to start the new season on 3K. We've got this, we've got May, we've got June, we've got July, and then we've got August. Let's hit 3K from then. I think we're about from 7, 8, 9. So around about 290 something away from 3K. So I'm sure we can breach 3K before the season starts. So if you can do that, do me a favor. I really would love it. We've got loads of new content coming up over the summer as well, guys. Just to give you a brief description what's coming up. Of course, you've got all your match day stuff. That won't change. All your pre-match, post-match, predicted lineups, play ratings, all them are mainstays. We're going to look at, and we're going to be following next season which I can't wait for this. We're going to follow the under 21s and the under 18s. We're going to do their watch alongs as well, guys. We've got a monthly show about the loanees that are going out, so keeping a close eye on them. We're going to do some history stuff as well. There's going to be a lot of member stuff going out for you guys, summer content. So we're going to do a history show for you members. We're going to talk about member shows, some live, some for members only, some live for everyone. So do grab your memberships as well. We have a hell of a lot coming up over the next 12 months. Big up to Rodney Martin. He says, big up Tottenham. We are Tottenham, Super Tottenham from the lane. Yes, we are. There's a new intro song coming out. And I'll tell you one thing, it is banging. It really is banging. Big up to Nightmare Kid. Mikey Moore has a massive potential. Yeah, he has. And a massive I think he may stay at Rangers for next season. I think we shouldn't. If we do get relegated, we need him in the championship, but he may stay up there. Big up to Wayne. Big up Wayne Bond. I hope you're doing well this afternoon, Dermot, and all in the chat. Hope you're all well and having a great day, having a lovely day, and looking forward to doing this show with you. And me and Billy are then back at 8 tonight with all your pre-transfer update shows as well. So I'm looking forward to that tonight. And also, Nightmare Kid, good evening. Good evening to you. Right, let's start. And let's start with a Solanke, the latest on this. Now, this dropped this morning, probably about 10:30 this morning in my WhatsApp. And it's basically a status update on Dominic Solanke. Now, we all feared the worst when he went off on Sunday. There was a lot of rumours that he had an injury of the hamstring. He's out for the season. Well, thankfully, Dominic Solanke's only picked up a muscular injury versus Wolves and was substituted in the first half. Injury type is muscular issue, not knee or ligament related. Manager's view described as not a big problem in early assessments. Now, it does go on to say that he will be a doubt for the game against Aston Villa. He expected to miss 1 or 2 games at the most. So he may miss Villa, but I think he will be back for Leeds. The severity of the injury is only minor to moderate. So he could well be on the bench at the weekend. There's nothing saying that he couldn't be on the bench, but he's a doubt for it. So it depends how he gets on over the next few days. No, in our medical department, he'll be out for the rest of the season because they're probably going to lose the scans or some stupidity thing like that. But it's such a relief that that we haven't lost them for long. And also, there was a lot of rumors about Morani as well and him picking up a hamstring injury. And that is now proven not to be correct either. So let me bring up that bit of information if I can find it. No, I can't. But anyway, it was Alistair Gold did put out. It wasn't he's not injured. He's fine. He's going to be fit for the rest of the season. So all them rumors going around that he was injured and he pulled his hamstring are not correct. It is false information. Now, a little bit as well on that. Oh, that was it. Here we go. Rando Kulu injury dismissed as social media myth. No hamstring issue for Tottenham. Now, Gary Ward, who's normally a very good person for putting that information, did put out potentially an injury to Randall Colo. He did put potentially an injury to Randall Colo Morani to deal with now as well. But Alistair Gold did put out this morning no issue for Randall Colo Morani as he's expected to be available to face Villa the weekend. Suggested hamstring injury believed to be wide off the mark. So that is a very good news that, look, Dom Solanke's injury isn't as bad as we first feared. And also Alistair Gold, so putting our minds to rest with Morani as well, being fit. And to be fair, Morani's not been the best player, but we need all the plays we can get at the moment. So, at last, a little bit of good news on the injury front for Tottenham. A little bit of good news on that. Let's see what people are saying. Wayne said, not a big problem. In Spurs language, out for 8-10 months. Yeah, that is so true. Did you see the video, Wayne? I did put it on our TikTok yesterday of the Spurs medical team asking Kulu to run up and down the touchline to make sure he was fit to come on. I mean, the fella's kneecap had moved. And then to cap it all off, right, you got Xavi who done his ACL. They're spraying spray on him. cold spray on his leg. Like, you big grand, a bit of spray that will fix the ACL. Yeah, that's no problem, lad. Go out there and run around. Yes, it's remarkable that our medical team is not the greatest in the world. I saw that medical stuff. It's mind-boggling. Big up to Nightmare Kid says I know he will put Gallagher or Bergville in a 10. That's not good. I don't know. I've got no problem with Bergville playing in that role, to be fair. I'm more of a problem Gallagher doing it. I think Gallagher is more of an 8. But Bergville, I think him and Gray, I've been saying it for a while. Him and Gray get an awful lot of stick. And I think it's a little bit unwarranted. Them lads have put in an amount of pressure, amount of good performances. All right, there may not be the greatest players in the squad. They're young, of course they are. But I just feel that they get too much stick than it's to be fair to them. I don't think they deserve half the stick they get. And for me, I would put Gallagher there in a 10. Bergville is a 10 more than Gallagher. I think Gallagher is better as an 8, in my opinion. But yeah, I just feel there's other players that haven't performed are getting away with it. And there's players that do play well and do try and do play for the shirt and do try for the fans and may not be the best player in the pitch, but you give them grace for them putting an effort in. And these two young lads have put an effort in this season, where the others haven't. So look, everyone's got their own opinion on it. Everyone's got their own opinion on them and on our midfield and who's better, who's not better, who should be playing, who should be playing. I swear to God, you could put 10 Tottenham fans together and we would all come up with different lineups. Nobody would come up with the same 11. Everyone has their players they like. Everyone has their players they don't like. So we have to rarely in a way just go what we've got. And what we got is 2 young lads that, to be fair, have done their bit this year. They've gone out and they've put in a shift. And that's all we can ever ask for. And I feel Archie Gray's the worst one for getting stick at some fans because I do see the potential in him. And I do see he's played well this year. And he's been good as some midfielders than we've got. And our fans just bash these young lads over the head with a stick and keep beating them with the stick. And it's like, oh, they're no good. Well, they're as good as well. Put it this way, Gray's better than Basuma. Gray's better than Gallagher some of the games. So yeah. So you're entitled to your opinion, but I don't agree to this bashing Gray and Bergville all the time. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair and I don't think it's right. Big up to Kickbite. It says, what's the news on there? Okay, there is the news on Solanke. He's only picked up a muscular injury versus Wolves. It's not a big issue. And then he's down for the next match of Villa game. He's expected to miss 1 or 2 games at most. It's minor to moderate. So he may be on the bench for the Villa game. He may not be. I think he will be back for the Leeds game. But you may surprise, he may be on the bench for the Villa game. So that is the latest on that. Where are we? Is it just a knock in the is it just a knock in the most historical word? Yeah, it is just a knock. Solanke is gash. Him and Morani. I agree Morani's terrible. I'm no fan of Morani, to be fair, and I've always called him a PSA reject that we got from the recycling bin. So I've never been a big fan of Morani. But I do feel look, I'm no big fan of Solanke either. I don't think Solanke's a striker we need. I just don't think he's the man to go and get you 15, 20 goals a season. He's not even going to get you 10 goals a season. And but the day we signed him, and I always remember it was me and Tequila were doing the show that day, and it was like the news came through, we signed him, We've got Solanke 60 odd million. And it was like, really? It was so underwhelming, the signing. So look, whatever they do, whatever happens, if we stay up, if we go down, I do feel that Solanke will have to be moved on. I just don't think he's a right fit for us, and I don't think he ever was the right fit for us. We went out and we panic buyed, and we bought a striker that hasn't even scored more than 20. Sorry, I don't know what I was saying now. Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, that we we I've lost my complete train of thought. What I was saying. Complete train of thought. I'll come back. It will come back to me. It will come back to me. Is the retractable pitch the problem? It could be. It could be the problem. Most other teams don't have a retractable pitch. We do because of the NFL. Um, so it could end up being an issue. Um, it, it'd be very interesting to look into it and actually, and maybe that should be investigated if that is the issue. Then, if it's the issue, then I think something has to be done about it. Not other clubs have a retractable pitch. I don't. I think Tottenham's the only Premier League club that have a retractable pitch. Have do two different pitches in the one stadium. So it has to be looked into, and there's no sort of evidence suggests it is. But all these injuries suddenly coming up, I think it should be looked into. Big up Dr. Tottenham Therapy, big up Dermot, big up to you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Do get up to his channel, great channel he does, and great lad as well. He was great last night. Great to have you on, Anthony. We'll get you on again soon. Big up Bergville shouldn't be starting, to be fair. Well, I think he should, but that's just my opinion. Where did we get our medical team from? Ballamore, Jesus Christ, they're making Inspector Clouseau look like the most intelligent. I swear to God they do. Wait, I've never seen a video like it. Your man snapped his ACL and the spraying cold spraying it, thinking that will fix it. I mean, Jesus, man, Mary and Joseph. I mean, come and then making Kulu run up and down the touchline. I was at the Palace game. I seen him doing it. And then he came back in the pitch, and then it's only a knock. It's okay. We haven't seen him for over it. We haven't seen him for a year. That's some knock. I mean, some knock to be out for a year. I mean, you look at the hit. You look at the with Romero and Van der Ven last year, and bringing them back for the Chelsea game. One lasted an hour. The other one lasted to half time. Both were not continuing injuries. Our medical team, whatever we've done, or whatever structure we have in place with the medical department, it needs changing because we cannot keep doing the same thing all the time. We can't keep repeating this. I mean, we're losing players longer than they should be out from. No other team has this injury. No other team has this issue. They really don't have this issue. We're the only club that have this issue. And it's getting on to the point of being embarrassing that we're like this. It really is. It's so embarrassing. It really is. Dermot, I respect you, mate, but Gray isn't good enough. Well, I think he's better than Basuma, and I think he's better. He's put in more of a shift than some of the other players have this year. More like Porro, who told us we're not good enough to support Tottenham because we boo him. Well, boo who? If you're going to play shit, you're going to get booed. If you're going to play good, we won't boo you. It's not rocket science. And I do get it. I do get it that a lot of people don't like Gray, and for every reason. I don't know why Gray's got this thing about him. I really don't. As I said, everyone sees Gray. You put 5 Tottenham fans in a row, you're not going to get the same 11. You're not going to get the same lineup, are you? Everyone's going to pick a different 11. I just feel this bashing of Gray. We're good at bashing players that just because we spent 40 million on the kid, it wasn't the kid's fault we spent 40 million on him. Leeds were a selling club. Leeds put a valuation on him. Tottenham decided, right, okay, we will pay 40 million. and bring him in. It's not the kid's fault. And I think the kid's done all right. Him and Bergville have done all right. As I said, he's a good professional. He knuckles down. I see the training videos. He trains hard and he plays hard. And just because we've made him use them in a different way than we were going to use them in the first place, everyone thinks it's okay to bash him over the head with a stick. Or he's no good. Get him out. He's no good. Well, Basuma's useless. Gallagher's probably not the greatest midfielder in the world. I rather would trust, I think a midfield tree of Bentancur, Gray, and Bergville, it's a far better midfield tree than putting Basuma in the 10, because Basuma was useless on Saturday. Gallagher's only had one good game since he's joined us, and that was against Brighton. All the rest of it has been mediocre, to be fair. So I get it. I get that everyone's not Gray's biggest fan. I am. I think he's a good player. He's going to become a great player, a good Premier League player. But we've got to give these kids a chance. We can't be bashing them. I respect you. I respect you too, and I respect your opinion, but I don't agree with it. Any news on Madders can play, at least put him in for the final last 10 minutes. We'll know more this week, I think. I think it would be the Leeds game he might come back into. Don't be surprised if it's Leeds or Chelsea he plays. I think you will see him probably in the last 3 games of the season. That's my view on it. Probably Villa, no. Leeds, possibly. Chelsea, definitely. Your dog is made of broken glass. He is. Bless him. Big up, Giant 68. Move on. Solanke and get Troy Parrott back. Bring some Mason Melia. Do you know what? I've been saying it for a long while. Mason Melia, I cannot wait to see him in the Tottenham shirt in the first team, because this lad has some serious talent. I watched him a lot in the League of Ireland. And I know I was going to say, well, the League of Ireland's no Premier League level. Well, League of Ireland's more like League One or Championship, League One sort of level. And he's already scored on his debut for the under-21s. He did come with a back injury, but this lad has serious talent. And on Troy Parrott, I think Troy Parrott has improved since he left Tottenham. I think he's improved. He's won his first trophy as a player. And I think you look what he's done for Ireland, scoring the goals he did to get us into the playoff. You know, everyone thinks that just because nobody rates other leagues, just because the Premier League is the pinnacle of European football, and rightly so. But you still got to put a shift in. You still got to pull in the ball in the back of the net wherever you play, either that's international or for your club. Now, he has played in the Premier League, so he has played in English football, so he's got the experience of that. Let me take that down. Sorry. He's got the experience of that. So I have no problem to bring Troy Parrott. And Mason Melia, I cannot wait to see this lad explode. This lad he's going to take the world by storm. But we've got to bring him in right. We've got to treat him right. We've got to pick the games he plays, starting and getting it introduced into the first team and start bringing them in. Probably start playing them in some of the pre-seasons. But this lad, I swear to you, as I'm sitting here doing this show now, this lad is the next thing. He really is. He's got an immense, serious bit of talent. And everyone thinks that Troy Parrott was just seeing this no, it's no use. Anyone thinks Troy Parrott, we all like Troy Parrott, want him to do well. I think it'd be a better bet bringing him back. But Mason Melia, I tell you one thing, I am so excited about this kid. He really is. Solanke, I knew what you meant, Ben. For me, your doggy's the first name on the transfer list. Catch in and move him on. Too injury prone. His injuries are the most consistent. I get it. I think I may have to agree with you on that. I like your doggy, and I think your doggy is a better left back than Jed Spence. But if we're going to bring in, say, an Andy Robinson, I think that is and have your doggy as his backup. Doesn't matter if your doggy's injured, it does, but then he's not playing the same amount of games to get injured. Have him as a backup. So you've got Porro and Spence on the right, and you've got Robertson and Udogie on the left. I think that have them two as backup, Spence and Udogie. Spence definitely playing on the right side, which is his position, and have Udogie playing on the left as backups to Robinson and Porro. I think for me that makes a perfect match. I really do, just in my opinion. Sorry, we're saying that Solanke's coming back is a good thing. Yeah, it is. Well, is it? Well, it's not a good thing, but it is a good thing because we're not really getting a lot of good news recently. So we'll take anything we can get. To be honest, we've got to win. And now a player that we thought was out for the season is not out. So look, celebrate small little things, Scott. Look, just take what we can get. Oh dear. Big up to you, Scott. I'll be doing well, bud. What's the weather like in Canada today? Let us know what it's like over there. A medical team remind me of Frank Spencer. Yeah, I do know what Tom King. I agree with you, Tom. To do. You remind me. I don't know if there's people out old enough, but I remember as a kid, I used to live in Mullingar in Ireland, and when I was small, and I remember on a Saturday morning. Now, don't forget, television was different over here in Ireland than it was in the UK. So on the Saturday mornings, I remember waking up to the banana splits, and they used to rerun of that on RTE. Um, and the banana splits are just, I mean, nobody knows who the banana splits are. I'll show you. Where is it? Where is the picture? This is this is the Tottenham medical team. This sums up. This is the Tottenham medical team. Look at them, all fumbling around, haven't got a clue, just sitting there and look like prize melons at a wedding. That's who runs. You could say that's Vinay and Lang and the medical team put together. You know, thinking they all look cool, but they're not. But there you go. That's our top. That's Lang and Vin. Oh dear. Uh, that's guys. So, where are we? So yeah, I agree with you, Tom. Our medical team does. Yeah, it's terrible. Big up the Wayne. Enoch need a Kane replacement, so went out and wasted good money on the Lidl version of Kane. Yeah, they did. We wasted that money. We wasted the money on the Kane money. We wasted the Bale money. We're good at wasting money. We're good at buying mediocre players. We sold a world class striker, as you say, to bring in a little version of Kane with Solanke. Look at the money when we sold Gareth Bale for 85 million quid. Look at the players we bought in. We bought in 5 or 6 players, didn't we? Out of them 5 or 6 players, who was the only decent ones out there? Ericsson and Lamella. Probably Lamella less, but Ericsson definitely. We just waste the money. And again, we're giving money to this idiot, Johan Land, to go out and say, right, you get us out of problems. I wouldn't give him a toothpick to try. I wouldn't give him a cent. I wouldn't give him €1 to go out and buy a player. And I'm just really surprised Tottenham have yet not even put out a statement and say Johan Lang will be leaving at the end of the season. As far as we know, this man is being trusted with another transfer window. I have no faith in this idiot. And Wiley's here. Now, why I'm saying he wasn't responsible for Solanke, or what? I can't remember. Was he there when we bought Solanke? Was that the summer we lost Paratici? Maybe somebody put it in the chat. Was he there? Was he in charge when we bought Solanke? I don't know. I can't remember. Can't remember. Let me know, guys. Let me go. Let me know if was he there. Right. Asked Preston North End to give us a guard of honor because of 20 years of run along. Big up to you. Big up to We Are Tottenham TV as well. Big up to Catchy Electron Music. Players injured, rubbish, etc. Yeah, that's true. Big up to 1K. Personally, I think Lancashire will outlive the more power strength. He's done so well since he went to Oxford. 1K. I tell you one thing as well. Got a little bit on him as well. Big up to We Are Spurs TV. It says the argument that Ben Davies resigning due to experience and leadership is settled. He should never be re-signed. He's almost no influence on Jack, and yeah, I agree with that. Totally agree. So we're all going to blame Ben Davis then. Let's all blame him. We are Spurs TV. we hang hard on work and banner. Yeah, that's true. Big up to Sue. Big up to Sue. Haven't seen you before. Do hit the like and subscribe if you're new here. Notification bell. Enoch will get us relegated, not Ben. Yeah, Enoch already getting us relegated. So, I mean, Enoch. Look, I want to say this once, and this is not a dig at anyone. Enoch set out what they set out to do. When Enoch came and bought Tottenham, Daniel Levy, in his first letter to Tottenham fans, was, "We want to get the team to the Champions League." Yep, they've done that. There was no, "We want to make this club successful again." There was no, "We want this club to go on and win trophies and be successful." Now, they did say that last summer and haven't backed it up. Well, Lewis family put it in there and read out carbon copy of what Daniel Levy said back in 2001, but added a few little bits into it. But him and Enoch came in with the sole purpose of getting Tottenham to a Champions League. Well, they did that. We got to a Champions League final. So, in all honesty, they've done what they set out to do. So anything else you could say is a bonus. They have set us up to fail at every opportunity, at every time, every window, every decade, every year that's gone by. They have set us up to fail and fail and fail and fail. They have sacked managers after managers after managers. Any manager that gets a little bit of success or feels that we're gaining a bit of momentum, Harry Redknapp, Mourinho, Conte. Well, Conte sort of sacked himself with hard truths. Ange Postecoglou, nobody liked, not a lot of people liked him, but won us a trophy. There's no way that this club should have built on the Poch era. They should have redone the squad before the year we reached the Champions League final. And we didn't. Because this Enoch have done what they set out to do. So us getting relegated doesn't mean a lot to Enoch, because in their heads, well, we've done what we set out to do to reach the Champions League. It was Champions League or nothing. Nothing else matters. Nothing else cares. Nothing else it means nothing to them. And this is where I think football in itself today has become so money orientated that you're rewarded more for failure than you are rewarded for being successful. And by finishing fourth, you get into the Champions League. You don't get into the Champions League by winning the league. You don't get into the Champions League by winning the championship, being the best team over 38 games. I know you do, but if you finish fourth, you haven't won anything. And a lot of clubs and a lot of fans see that as a trophy, see that as success. Oh, we've qualified for the Champions League. Yay. Bring in the money. But you've only got there by finishing fourth. So technically, you're the fourth best team in the league, but you've been rewarded with a Champions League trophy, with a top four trophy. And Daniel Levy loved that because he thinks, I don't have to push hard. Enoch loves that. I don't have to go out and spend money. I don't have to go out and spend hundreds and hundreds of millions to buy the best players, to make us the best team, to get us to win stuff. Now, all we could do is finish fourth, lads. Finish fourth. That's all you got to do. Don't worry about winning cups. Don't worry about winning any trophies. No, you're grand. Just finish fourth. That's good enough. Today is to do just enough. That's Tottenham's motto. Big up, Sue. Thank you very much for that. That's so true, actually. You are so right on that, by the way. Who's in there? Big up Spence. Is not a winger. No, he's not, but he's better at the right back than he is a left back, in my opinion. Right, big up John. Dermo, banana splits were more like a forward line. Yeah, well, maybe they're doing two things. Big up to you, Ghost LND. Big up to you, bud. It says nightmare. I would keep him if we say Romero's back up, right back, not good enough on the left. If we're talking about Spence, no, he's not good enough on the left, and I agree with that 100%. Totally agree with that. The banana splits. See, who's getting a bit of a laugh out of that. Big up to you, Kev Flavin. Big up. Afternoon, mate. Did you move to Ireland when you were younger or born here originally? Your accent's still quite London. Right. Quick history lesson here, folks. So sit down, grab your coffee. It's Dermo story time. Um, right. I was born in Tottenham. I was adopted. I was born. My mother very quickly. It won't be too long in this, but my mum, who was Irish, got pregnant with me, went over to England in the 70s, had the, as Ireland was very Catholic. So when a lot of single mothers did go over to England to have their children adopted, I was adopted into an Irish family, lived in Mullingar for a few years when I was younger, moved back to a place called St Albans in Hertfordshire, grew up there, but always wanted to move back home. Ireland's always been my home. Um, Irish citizen. I consider myself Irish than I ever did English. Um, yeah, and I moved back home in 2015. Moved back home in 2015. I mean, my adopted parents were Irish as well. My dad was from Mayo. My mother was from Northern Ireland. So a good, I got a good mixture in me. Um, but yeah, um, long story. Yeah, and I did have an Irish accent when I was younger, but I've lost it, and I've got this accent, so that's why you can hear the London accent. At least at this stage, Ben, it's Tatio Sofa. You haven't heart the favourite. Yeah, that's so true. I'm gonna try and big up work on people in. Big up Jason as well. We sell Kane. We buy Alberto crap. Should never have got Richie. And again, Richie's another waste of money. Absolutely agree with that. I agree Richie was a waste of money. And it's again, it's about buying, it's about selling good and buying rubbish. You wouldn't go into a shop, right? And you wouldn't go out and you want to go out and buy a new TV. You wouldn't buy a second-hand one, would you? You would buy a brand new one, you know it's going to work. You wouldn't go and buy a second-hand car because you know the car's going to break down. So why would you buy a second-rate striker when you have the money there? Go out and buy a quality player. We've never done that, and we never will. While these owners are in charge, we're never going to move forward. We're never going to buy quality because it's not in them to do that. It's not in them to buy quality. It's not in them to spend good money and have a good window of spending 300-400 million on players. They won't do it because they will never do it. Because it's not in their DNA to do it. Their DNA is we've reached the Champions League, we've done what we set out to do. So anything else we can't be. But as long as we make money on our property, make money on building a hotel. I don't want a hotel in front of my stadium. Why would I want a hotel there? Seriously, what is a hotel going to achieve? More money for them. It ain't coming back into us, is it? Yeah. Big up to Sue. We're supposed to. I said keep him around for back. Even given an injury record, he plays left back and centre back. He also working on his coaching badges. You can't focus the blame on one. I agree with you. Look, we all joke. I agree with you, Wayne, 100%. I really do. Big up to Thomas as well. I said for 3 years we bought bad players. You know, constantly you've been right in that. Solanke, Madison, Johnson, Davis, Dragon, Spence, on and Gallagher from Dembele, Ericsson, and Kane song to these after the last 22. I said get rid of Moses. I think you may get your wish if we get relegated. I'm telling you that, Thomas. Big up Sue. We laughed at Wenger when he said fourth place trophy, leaving in every bit as bad. Yeah, Levy hauled that and he thought, I'm gonna have a bit of that. He heard Wenger saying that fourth place trophy, I'm having a bit of that. I want some of that. Give me that. I like a big parade down the high road. Yeah, we can muck up a trophy. We'll put fourth place on it. That'd be great. Yeah. And when we do win something, he sacks the manager that won us. He sacks the manager 6 days before Cup final because he didn't want to pay him his winning bonus. Tight get. No, you can't beat us Irish. No, that's so true, Thomas. You never beat the Irish. I've said it once and I'll say it again. You never beat the Irish. Never have, never will. Many countries have tried to beat the Irish, and we've always beat them. We took down an entire empire back when we were formed. We brought an entire nation to its knees. Yeah. And that was only done by, to be fair, a man riding around on a bicycle with £10,000 on his head and 12 apostles. Now, I'm not talking about Jesus and the apostles. I'm talking about Michael Collins, and they were called the apostles back in the War of Independence before we got the for Ireland signed the treaty and we became laid the foundations to become a republic and what we are today. Yeah, but we brought the whole English empire to its knees. One man on a bicycle with £10,000 on his head. He did that. Many helped him, but he orchestrated it. So yeah, you never beat the Irish. You may think we're out, but you can never count us out because we'll always win at the end of the day. Thomas, I've been supporting since the early 80s. I quite get it. So am I, Sue. I've been supporting them since probably remember first probably game I remember 82. And this is I thought the 93-94 side was bad on the Rossi, the year we nearly went down. This is the worst Tottenham team I can remember. But I'm never going to give up on the club. I'm never going to give up on Tottenham because they're my club. They're the team I've supported since I was a kid. I was born a Spurs fan. I die a Spurs fan. I will never give up on this football club. And I'm going to be here next season, even if we're going to the Championship, doing the same shows, doing the build-ups, doing the predicted lineups. I will keep fighting because I believe in this club. Yeah, it is. Ireland's always been my home. Ireland's always been my home. For me, I've never. The only time I felt really happy is when I'm in Ireland. When I moved here and I met my beautiful fiance who I'm getting married to as well. And do you know what? 50 next year. And I think for the first time in my life, I am truly happy and contented. And I feel contented within my own skin. I've been through a lot in my life, and the last 10 years have been the best 10 years of my life. So, yeah, very happy. I would sell every one of them, not lose a minute sleep. Big up to you, Tequila. I've supported Spurs from 64. My other brother followed them, always play great football, but they don't do that. Yeah, we've got no identity, Thomas. You know that as well as I do. Big up Philip Burwood showed loyalty once to stick. Yeah, he does. Him and Gray both showed loyalty. They both want to break. Wants to stay. For the pieces of the puzzle have the most influence in dress room, why do people say players should be good to keep around? Well, people are entitled to their opinion with Spurs TV. You're entitled to yours. I'm entitled to mine. Everyone's entitled to theirs. Just because somebody has a different opinion to you doesn't make them any worse than you. Everyone's entitled to it. Notice that next year is West Ham. Yeah, I noticed that. The only time we play same time as West Ham is the last game of the season. And I will get on. The Chelsea game has been rearranged. It really has. Big up to John as well. It says, my Welsh Irish adopted story is very complex. It will take an hour and I will spare you that. Do you know what, John? I'm probably the same as you, bud. Mine's a little bit more complex than what I will say live on air. But yeah, I do understand where you're going with that. I do understand. One piece to complete. You lay all the blame on Davis. You close mind. If you blame Davis and blame what? Oh, okay. Well, if you're going to get abusive, then I'll just time you out. Then I've got no time for that here. There you go. Time you out. No, I'm not going to. You're allowed an opinion, but somebody to come in and say, and to say what he says, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. I'm sorry. If Wayne was, and Wayne's been with me from the start of the channel. Wayne knows this. If it was him doing, I would time him out as well. He's only been timed out, Wayne. Don't worry. But I'm not having that. I'm not having people come in here and say I can get abusive or that's you want to do that. Go onto channels that enjoy that sort of that shite. I don't hear. We run a channel where everyone is entitled to their opinion. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone's opinion is respected. And I'm sorry. I understand tensions can be high. But if you're going to start saying, calling people out and saying to them, I'm going to get abusive, then no, you're gone. No way. No, I'm sorry. If it was you doing the same, I'd do the same to you. I'll time you out. I've known you a long time. You've been part of this channel since the beginning. So I've got a little bit more, probably a little bit more got your back sort of thing. But I'm not having it. I am not having it. Afternoon, Domo. Big up Si. Big up Thomas, Wayne, John. You don't have to apologise for Wayne. Nobody comes in and says, um, and starts having to go at you, and then says, "Well, I'm gonna get abusive to you." No, he can bugger off. If he wants to do that, go to other channels and do that. There's plenty of channels out there that encourage that. I don't encourage that here. So, everyone has an opinion. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has a right to that opinion, but you show respect as well. You show respect. You show respect to the other people's opinion. You may not agree with it, but you show respect for it. Big up, Wayne. Yeah, it's same rules for all, bud. Even tequila. If that's tequila, I'd time him out, but I wouldn't. I'm joking. Big up Thomas as well. Yeah. Now let's go on a little bit more news as well, guys. Of course, we went over this bit of news. Will Lancashire lands 2 season awards. He's had an excellent season at Oxford, second half season. The Tottenham youngster netted a brilliant brace in the win over Sheffield Wednesday over the weekend, taking his tally to 12 goals in this term of 11, which have come in the Championship. Lancashire has now been voted Oxford's Young Player of the Year, as well as the club's Golden Boot for finishing as their top scorer. Also, a lot of people are asking, can we use Lancashire because the Championship finishes this weekend? Can we use him in the Tottenham first team for the remaining season? The answer to that is no, we can't. Basically, the law is that Tottenham cannot use loan players from other clubs when their loan ends. Loan contracts are window-to-window affairs, meaning they last until the end of the season or until the loan period. Therefore, any player on loan will not be available for Tottenham to use once the loan period concludes. So we cannot, to answer that question, we cannot use that Will Lancashire, which I think is a stupid thing anyway. But look, I think it's a stupid rule. Tottenham have a new date for the Chelsea game. Yes, we do. And that date, guys, is, let me get it for you, it's Tuesday the 19th, 8:15 kickoff. Now, Chelsea do play the FA Cup final on the Saturday. We have a whole week to prepare for that game. So we've got we're away to Leeds on the 19th, on the 11th, and then we got Chelsea on the 19th at 8:15 kickoff. So that game was originally to be played on Sunday the 17th. It's now been moved to the 19th because Chelsea are playing the FA Cup final against Man City on the 16th. And I think it's the same date for Man City's rearranged game as well. So that is the latest for that. So put that in your calendars, guys. 19th of May, we're away to Chelsea. Could that be the game where we have to win to stay up, or with things to be sorted out by then? We just don't know, do we? On loan, Tottenham winger Mikey Moore up for Scottish Young Player Award as well. Tottenham Hotspur loanee Mikey Moore has been shortlisted for PFA Scotland Men's Young Player of the Year. He's done so well up there. Mikey Moore really has shown his potential. But yeah, big up Michael. And I think we should be very excited with the young players we've got coming in. They're back. Now, Tottenham's record away to Aston Villa suggests a vital relegation boost. Now, as you can see there, guys, Tottenham Hotspur, this all goes back to 2014. And then, as you can see, we've got a very good record against Villa away. I think there's only one win in that one, and that goes all the way back to 2014. So we did win 4-0 up there last year. We did lose to them early in the season 2-1, but I just think that might go in our favour. But yeah, we will talk more about that tonight. I don't know why there's the hate for Archie Gray. I don't get it, Philip. I do not get it, because I think he's a good young player. He showed more fight than some of the other players, to be fair. And everyone thinks it's okay to bash these young lads with a stick when you've got Basuma, who should not even be at the football club, taking balloons. You've got, Reading pisses me off as well, Solanke. Oh, I can't play because I've got a sore throat. Do you know? And you got Porro saying, "Oh, you can't be a true Tottenham fan if you boo me." You know, these young lads just get on with it. You just get on with it and play their game. And I don't get it. I just don't get it. I know he may not be everyone's cup of tea. I get that. And I get a lot of people don't like him. I also get that. I think he's a better player than people give him credit for. But do you know, I think he's done a lot more than a lot of people give credit for. I do understand that. Um, More will take walk the young player award and Scott. Has been. I look. I don't like the club he went to for obvious reasons because I'm a Celtic fan and I just hope Rangers might fold one day. Well, they did once. They might fold again. Um, Also, the last game of the season for the title up there, Celtic are playing Hearts on the last day of the season. I am very tempted to do a watch along to that because Celtic could win the league that day, or Hearts could win the league that year. If Hearts win it, but the first team since Aberdeen since the 80s to win the league. If Celtic, then it's the same old. So that'd be interesting. So I'm very tempted to do that. Love Gray. He's still developing. He is thrown in the deep end last season and stepped up. Yeah, totally agree with Wayne. Totally agree. Basuma is so bad. It's no laughing gas matter. Very true. Um, no, to be fair, you've been quite consistent on this, if I'm being honest. So I think you've made a good comment here. I give most of the kids a pass because I don't expect them to take much accountability because they're young and stupid. But mid-20s, then you should start to be a man. I don't think Gray is much cop, but I don't really blame him for what's happening. Still could give monkeys. Couldn't give a monkeys if he goes, though. I'd be a bit upset if he does. Big up Boris. He says, I love the club. He went to bashing Celtic in the final minutes. That goal made it 3-1. The best has been, to be honest, best has been great since he's been playing under Zerbi. I don't think he has. He didn't play well on Saturday, Boris. So I get you that everyone thinks he's great. I don't think he was good on Saturday. I really don't. But guys, that is it. So that's ended the Tottenham update. So let me just end up the news I started with that Solanke is not as bad as we thought. It is a muscular injury. So it's an issue. It's not a knee. It's not a ligament related, so which is great. He's a doubt for the Villa game, but expected to miss 1 or 2 games at most. And the severity of it is minor to moderate. So he may well be on the bench for Villa, but I doubt it. I think he'll be more back for the Leeds game on the 11th. But that is such good news. Look, we all look, me, I'm not Solanke's biggest fan, but we can't do with any more injuries at the moment. We need something. And also the news that Morani picked an injury. I was to go put that this morning about 10:30. It isn't happening. So, guys, that is it. That is all. So let's hope for the best. Let's get behind the team. Guys, we're back tonight at 8 o'clock. Me and Billy are going to do a transfer show, all the latest rumors, rumor mill, updates. And look, I've got a massive update from the people we use as well. So the people I use. So we've got massive update popping in tonight. But big up to everyone. Thank you. Please hit the like. Please hit the subscribe if you can as well. As I said, guys, if you don't mind, let me go back to the top. If you can, do us a favor. I really would appreciate it. God, there was a lot of messages today. God, keeps going back. Right, if you can, that is the email for Connor Designs, the proud sponsor of Thfc Team or Die. As you can see, that's been going across the banner all stream. So there is a discount code as well. So do put that in. I think it's I will wait for it to come through. And also, if you can, kick a link on our TikTok channel where all our shorts go up. Today last night we reached over 1,000 followers on there. We've got over 2,000 followers on X as well. So on social media alone, we've got over 3,000 followers on both social media. So I will put the link in for the X as well tonight. But if you can hit the TikTok, all the shorts go up there, guys. And I really would. And I will be doing some live videos in the summer on there as well. So there'll be a lot more content coming up in there. But to reach 1,000 followers, I'm absolutely over the moon with. I'm so proud of myself for doing that. And also, we're looking to get to 3K on the channel as well. So we really are growing. We're growing quite a long way. So And here is the promo code as well. It's THFC TID26. You will get 10% off. Guys, thank you all for watching. Back at 8 tonight. Come on, you Spurs. In the Zerbi we trust.